Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Wayne's Country Living Live on my new time. I'm anxious to see how many people join us this early in the day, especially on a Sunday evening when people's got church and all that good stuff. So we'll let some people roll in here. Let me get to my chat box. Looks like Brenda, Suburban Hillbilly. Uh-oh. I do not want to listen to that. Okay, so Suburban Hillbilly, Teresa Dean, Buck Run 11. Hey, Uncle Buck. So how's everybody doing tonight? Let me raise up this chair. This thing keeps sinking. Kitty's Homestead, how's it going? USA Kiwi, Sugar Run Rabbitry. Yeah, that was my 7-year-old. She's over there playing with her dolls. They heard you laughing. She's over there playing with her dolls and was making fun of me, so she's definitely my daughter. Hey, Mountain Hunter Homestead. Okay, so for those of you who are not aware, Jason from the Big Bear Homestead and I have a little contest going on. It's a weight loss challenge. For those of you who didn't watch my video, I'll explain a little bit to you of why I decided to do this, and then we'll go into the challenge. Thursday night, I had me some fried eggs and 2 slices of toast. No big deal. I mean, 2 eggs for me is nothing but a snack. But it must have really just piqued my appetite because I kept going back for more stuff, just going back and going back and going back and going back until eventually I was sick to my stomach, like I always get. And then I remember sitting on the edge of the couch, and I don't remember anything but after that, but waking up about 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 or 2:30 in the morning, on the floor. My head didn't hurt. I wasn't dizzy, but I did have a sore elbow because I must have fell on my elbow. So that really got me motivated to lose some weight. And it wasn't just about the weight. Now, you know, a lot of people think that losing weight's about vanity. You know, well, you just want to look good. Well, whatever happens, happens. But I've never looked good even when I was skinny. To be honest with you, my health is not the greatest right now. And I really have to take care of myself. As you guys heard, I've got a 7-year-old daughter that I have to take care of, that I want to be here. Her mother and I share custody, and I want to be here for her. And I can't be here if I go into a diabetic coma or, God forbid, end up dying. So I was talking to Jason from the Big Bear Homestead, explained to him what had happened, and he and I came up with this idea of doing a weight loss challenge. I was going to do it anyway, but having somebody that will do it with you, especially somebody like Jason, who will never let me live it down if he loses more weight than me, which probably won't happen. I mean, let's be honest. But having somebody that's going to just rib you up and down if you lose, then that really gets you motivated. So I went to a nutritionist, and they gave me a book, and I've got this book right here, and it's got all kinds of things to educate me on what I should do, what I shouldn't do. And it really, I read this book cover to cover, and I'll have to admit that there's a lot of things in here that I didn't know. So I'll tell you what they did. They put me on a multivitamin, and they also put me on a calorie diet. So they did my BMI. They put me on, made me stand on this wonky machine that tests. I mean, I don't know what all it tests, but they were able to tell what kind of fat I was, and basically it all stems from sugar. So they put me on an 1,800 calorie diet a day, and I can bust 1,800 calories out before I even wake up in the morning. So it's a huge adjustment on my eating. You know, because here's what I said. I said this is what I love to eat. Anything that has to do with flour, like biscuits, bread, anything that has to do with flour, bacon grease, lard, sausage, anything that is deemed bad for you, that's what I like to eat. And they said in my situation, since they did an EKG on me as well, and my heart is doing good, or so they said it was. They said in my situation, I can pretty much eat whatever I want, but I have to do it in moderation. I cannot keep going back. I have to figure out a way to moderate my food intake. Well, water is one of them. They said you need to drink at least a gallon of water a day. I've already passed that, and this is just extra. The bad thing is, I don't like water unless I'm eating something, but I'm going to push past that. So they said that in my situation, I can pretty much eat whatever I wanted as long as I do it in moderation. Tonight, my daughter and I had chili, and normally I eat 2 big bowls of chili, 4 or 6 peanut butter sandwiches, because I love peanut butter with chili. I mean, obviously. Tonight I ate 1 bowl of chili and 1 peanut butter sandwich, and I drank a lot of water. And I had to fight myself to go back and get another bowl because I really did want some, but I fought it, and I waited. I drank more water, and now, right now, this was probably about an hour or so ago, I feel pretty much content. I could eat, but I'm not in that starving mode like I normally am. Wayne, do you like lemons? I love lemons. I can eat lemons like an apple. The sourness never really did bother me. Uncle Buck, Wayne, I was up to 265 pounds several years ago. It has taken a while, but I'm down to 205 now. It's hard to do the older you get. See, I agree with that, and that's one reason I want to do it now. Because what's going to happen 20 years from now, 30 years from now, when I'm in my 50s, and I don't take care of myself now, when I'm in my 50s, it's going to be irreversible. I could potentially lose my feet. I could potentially end up getting killed from it. Have you seen those packets that you add to water, virtually no calories and sugar-free? I have, and I have tried them, and I'm not a fan. I don't know. I've never been a fan of them. If I could find the right flavor, maybe I might try that. But I'm getting used to the water. I mean, it's really not that. Wayne, your eyesight will go first. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's right. Your eyesight will go first. When I first started noticing that I had problems, this was months ago. I was home by myself. It was the evening time. And I remember blinking, just regular blinking. And when I opened my eyes, everything was blurry, like I was looking through goggles filled with water. And I kept blinking my eyes and blinking my eyes and blinking my eyes. And if it was just one eye, I would think there was something in it, but it was both of them. I got up and I panicked a little bit. I went outside because it was nighttime. I want to go out in the cool air. I went outside, and finally my eyes kind of straightened up. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not. I really don't. But I do know that's one of the things that getting me on the path of getting healthier. I usually squeeze a half a lemon in my AM water and half in my PM water. Yeah, you know what, I might do that because I do like lemon water. I like the real lemon water. If you get that water, that bottled water from the store that has a lemon in it, it doesn't taste very good. Can you have a handful of walnuts or almonds for a snack? Yeah, they said nuts is a good snack to have. Actually, it's in this book somewhere. Well, let's read this. So why do you want to lose weight? Well, you've got high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, osteoarthritis, gallbladder disease, stroke, sleeping disorders, breathing disorders, and cancer. In my case, it was more of the high blood pressure and the type 2 diabetes. When I went to the doctor Friday, my blood pressure was off the charts. Part of that is white coat syndrome because I really hate doctors, and part of that was because my body was recuperating from having that sugar attack. And when he did the A1C test, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the A1C test it tests back to show what your sugar has been, I don't know, however many days ago. And at one point, that my sugar was over 400. So he says, which is coma territory. And it has actually been that high before. When I was actually in my full big fat guy Wayne mode, before I lost any weight at all, I went for a DOT physical required by law every 2 years for being a CDL truck driver. Yeah, it shows the last month's average. So being a CDL truck driver, I have to go for a DOT physical every 2 years. Typically, they don't do a glucose check, but in my case, they did because I had to pee in a cup because they do the drug test as well, but they also test protein levels and all that jazz. Well, they tested the urine, and it turns out that it was showing sugar deposits in my urine. And the DOT doctor said for the only reason that would happen is if your blood sugar was over 400. He tested my glucose level right there, and sure enough, it was like 420 something. I can't really remember. That was a while ago. So they failed me, obviously, and then I had to go to my medical doctor. I had to go to the hospital and get one of those glucose tests where you drink that nasty concentrated liquid, sit for 2 or 3 hours, and then be tested again. That's when I found out about the diabetes. When I went back again, I chugged a bunch of water and was able to force myself to get passed in order to keep my license. But I never did take care of myself. I just went back to doing whatever it was that I was doing and never even gave it much thought. But here lately, things have been happening closer and closer together. I don't have the luxury of being in my 20s anymore when I could treat my body like crap and pretty much get away with it. Now I'm getting older, my metabolism's slowing down, health problems are creeping up, and I just can't do it anymore. I don't want to live like this anymore. So Jason and I came up with that challenge, and this is all in good fun. I mean, we're good friends. He is a really good guy, but we like to give each other the business. I mean, we like to go back and forth with each other, and it's fun. You know, that's who I am. I've always done it. I've done it with my brother growing up. We go back and forth, and you know, it's fun, and it's also a good motivator. Not that I need one because I'm pretty much going to win anyway. I probably have won already, but I was going through this book, and I don't want this whole live stream to be about me being a fat guy needing to lose weight. But it is very important that I start taking better care of myself. And I wanted to thank everybody out there who watched my previous video, because we have had an extraordinarily huge block of support from all the viewers. I mean, I have yet to have one negative comment. I had one thumbs down, but I think that's somebody that I don't know, doesn't like me. I get one just about on every video, but that's fine. But I have yet to have a negative comment on it. And here's another reason. Why would you broadcast? I get this question. Why would you broadcast that out over the internet? Why would you tell everybody out on the internet you're basically airing out your dirty laundry? And I thought about it, because a lot of, it is kind of embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. If you talked about somebody having cancer, somebody having a real bad fever, something like that, people automatically sympathize with you. I know I do. When you talk about somebody having a drug addiction or a food addiction, it's different, because people automatically get defensive about it. Like, well, you're fat, just quit eating. Just quit eating, fatty. It's that simple. Or you're a drug addict, hey, just quit doing drugs. It's that simple. And I've come to realize this a lot more here lately, because I used to be like that. Doing drugs is a choice. Stop choosing it. Eating too much is a choice. Stop eating so much. And here lately, I have come to realize, when you do know the camera adds at least 50 pounds. Yeah, I must have like 6 cameras on me. And I've come to realize that it's not always a choice. Your first time using drugs, yeah, that's a choice. But then it changes the chemical properties in your brain. And it really does turn into a disease. And the same with my eating. Something has changed in my brain to where I just have to, I cannot stop. Once I get started, I physically cannot stop myself. It's like it changes something in my brain that says, I want it now. I need it. I need it all. Leftovers are far and few between in my house, or at least they used to be. Now I've got a half a pot of chili that's probably going to last me a few days, because I'm not going to be eating as much. So, but anyway, that's the challenge, and I encourage everybody to go to my channel, look at my videos for the weight loss challenge. Also go to Big Bear Homestead and look at his videos. He's going to be doing too. We are going to be going back and forth, giving each other a hard time, but in the end, we're going to be friends, and hopefully we'll both be a little bit healthier. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Because I've pretty much been spent on my weight, talking about my weight all weekend basically, and it'd be nice to talk about something else. This book is really great. I may make copies of this and make an ebook out of it or something, and give it to people that want to lose weight, because it's got a lot of great information and it's all in one place. You don't have to go searching for it. Basically, it says to stop drinking pop, which I've already done. It also says one of the reasons is 75% of Americans are dehydrated, chronically dehydrated, which means if you are drinking when you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. And if you drink pop, a lot of pop, you're not getting the full hydration that you need. I've been drinking water like crazy. I'm so sick of water, but I've got to do it. I bet my water bill is going to go up just from flushing the toilet too. Wayne, make something to turn into a habit. It'll take about 6 weeks to stick with it. Well, I plan on sticking with it, because anytime I think about backsliding, I just think about how, waking up on the floor. Now, and was I scared? I don't know. I was confused. I don't know if I'd say scared. I was confused at first because I didn't know where I was at. It took me about 30 seconds to realize that I was on the floor of my living room. And of course, I have hardwood floors, and that hurt. My elbow hurt. You're right, Wayne. It's the hardest addiction to break because we have to eat to live. You can give up drugs or cigarettes cold turkey, but you can't give up food. And growing up the way I grew up, I ate a lot of great food. I mean, I ate a lot of great food. And I had a lot of great food Saturday. I went out to Grandma's and she made this awesome fried chicken. And all I wanted to do was eat it all up, but I had to resist. And it's hard because you go into the kitchen and there it all is sitting on the stove, all pretty like, and all you want to do is just dig into it. And I had to force myself not to, as much as I wanted to. So yeah, you grow up eating a lot of great food. You go, you move out eating a lot of great food. You take some of the recipes that you learn growing up. You take some of the recipes, some of the new ones that you learn. And me, if you've watched any of my videos, I love deep frying. I love fried foods. Bad, bad, bad. But I can have it as long as it's in moderation. As long as I stay under 1,800 calories, I should lose weight. I haven't weighed myself today. I'm not going to weigh myself until Saturday because I want to see. Yesterday I was at 234.6, so we will see what it is on Saturday. Hopefully I beat Jason. I'm sure I will, but if I don't, at least I hope I lose something. And then if I have to listen to him for an entire week, that's going to make me even more motivated. Is that the calories per pound you weigh? Yeah. Keep them coming. Enjoy it now. What are you going to call me? Here, Jason, here's what I'm wondering. What are you going to call me from now on when I do lose all this weight? Because are you going to call me "Hey Fat Boy" to be ironic, or because that's going to make you look kind of dumb? Hey, previous Fat Boy, the YouTuber formerly known as Fat Boy. Wayne and others, consider taking vitamin D like me. Vitamin D burns up white fat, creates brown fat, the burning fat, creates lean muscle, increases immunity, assists digestion, stops viral diseases. I think they have me. I think they have me on vitamin D and that multivitamin. I don't know. They wrote a prescription and I took it. I think I could have bought it at CVS though. Lil Wayne. You will lose 20 pounds pretty quick. After that, it gets hard. When I quit drinking pop, I lost 35 pounds really quick, like in a span of 2 or 3 months. Real quick. I mean, it was like I didn't even realize it, how quick I was losing it. When I got to where I am now, I plateaued. I quit losing it. I wasn't gaining any back. I did fluctuate a little bit. I'd go from 235 to 240 down to 233. What was I saying? I spaced out. Must be lack of food. But I plateaued. I plateaued at where I'm at right now. And to be honest with you, losing 35 pounds, I'm like, yeah, I feel a lot better. I felt tons better. Just an FYI, I've only had a half a glass of tea so far today. Guess what? I've had over a gallon of water. So, I've had no sugar other than any kind of starches that's been in my food. This morning I had 3 scrambled eggs and 1 piece of toast, unbuttered, which was hard. And I've had a bowl of chili and a peanut butter sandwich. And I'm still way under my 1,800 calories. So I'll have to, I don't know if it's 1,800 just to lose weight, or if I have to have 1,800 or around that just to keep my body going. I guess I should have asked that. But right now I'm not hungry. You know, I'm satisfied. I'm content, and it feels really good. It doesn't help that I'm drinking a lake of water today, but you know, I guess it does help. Later, man, got to go catch some bait. Southern Ohio fishing, awesome. Email me. Let me know where you're at. Maybe we can go fishing together sometime. Southern Ohio fishing. Don't skip the butter. Your body needs fat to function properly. It's good to know. And I make my own. Butter. So I've just got cream and salt. That's it. So that ought to help out. It's none of that hydrogenated whatever crap. Water is great, but remember, some weight loss is mostly due to water loss or water gained just as much when weigh in. Wayne, most boats have a weight limit. Well, you would know all about that, wouldn't you, Jason? Yeah, I think that when I do lose weight, a lot of it is going to be water weight. Because when you're dealing with diabetes, I mean, a lot of diabetics are on water pills. So I think when I start losing, it'll probably be water weight. But there's a lot of fat weight there too. There's a lot of blubber. And I said in my last live stream that it was going to be my reserve, you know, just in case the stuff really does hit the fan. You know, if I had to go without food for a few days, I'm stored up. You know, I'm good. But let's be realistic. Having this much weight on you is just not good. Since I've lost the 35 pounds, my knees have felt better, my ankles have felt better. My back right below my shoulder blade started hurting something off. Something started hurting so bad that I couldn't even go fishing, and that is an atrocity. That's a sin. So I went to a chiropractor. He told me it was the fact that I'm carrying my weight differently, and the only way to really help it is to lose more weight. Then it got even worse. So I went to a medical doctor, and he said it was bursitis. And he said it was 50-50. He said it probably does have a lot to do with your weight, but then also you could have strained it and not even realized it. And today it doesn't hurt even a bit. So I either it's going away or it's just feeling better today. I don't know, but it's not hurting a bit. I mean, yesterday it was kind of hurting a little bit, but today not hurting a bit. Are you going to burn that blubber in your oil lamps? I wish I could. Maybe that's it. Maybe I ought to go get liposuction, tell them to save the fat so I can burn it in my oil lamps. It's a good idea. That's a good homestead trick. Are you going to share what you are doing for your diet? Yeah, basically, I'm just going to eat in moderation. My diet is moderation, exercise, and lots of water, and my multivitamin. But that is because mainly the multivitamin is because I needed to get some vitamins in my system because I just wasn't eating correctly. I'm going to eat more salads. I like salads, but I like salads with salad dressing. And they said as long as you do it in moderation, you can have it. Watch the calorie count. Sorry if that's so loud. I've got the door open. It's hot as fire in this house. I got the fat-free classic ranch, which I love. And calories are 50 calories for, wait for it, 2 tablespoons. Okay, so if I count my calories correctly and have me a pretty decent sized salad, I can put 4 tablespoons, which will be 100 calories. And as long as I stay under the 1800, I still get my salad dressing, but I'll be doing it in moderation. Another big thing is the croutons, which I don't have those in front of me right now, but I love croutons as well. As long as I do the calorie count, I should be okay. Anyway, that's what we're going to try. I mean, it's an experiment. I've never really hardcore dieted before, and now that I'm doing it, it's an experiment. We'll just have to see. So I guess we'll see Saturday when I whoop Jason's hind end in the weigh-in. Salads without dressing, oil and vinegar maybe. Eat first, then eat meat at the last of the meal. Salad is, oh shoot, it's moving too fast. Salad is the gun cotton that cleans out the gut of any previous crapola. Okay. This is the second time Grizz has been timed out. What's going on with him? My hardest thing so far is giving up my sweet tea. I have a caffeine headache from lack of it today. I had a real bad headache when I quit drinking pop, but it went away pretty quick. I quit it cold turkey. I mean, I was like, done. Just like that. And I have drank Pepsi most of my life. I love Pepsi. I mean, to me, Pepsi is my alcohol to an alcoholic. He's messing with Kitty and the cat. The salads I'm going to make is going to be like I'll make a pretty decent size chicken salad because I can have a bigger helping of salad and put smaller chunks of chicken and stuff like that in it. You know, I've still got my rabbits, I've still got my chickens, and when I do my slaughter, I'm still going to have my meat. I'm still going to have my deer meat. I'm still going to have my turkeys when I go out and hunt them, but I can't eat an entire rabbit by myself. I can, I mean, literally, I can eat an entire rabbit by myself, but I have to do it in very small portions. If I have a whole lot of rabbit and I butcher a whole lot of rabbits, the best thing to do is either freeze them or can them and save them in just smaller portions. That's the biggest thing that they tried to push on me. Smaller portions. Smaller portions. Don't eat yourself into an early grave, because that's what I was doing. I really was. Rabbits are very good. I agree. Rabbits are extraordinary meat. They taste terrific. So I put it in the slow cooker, cook it for a few hours, put some vegetables in there, season it up real good. It's excellent. Excellent. And if my doe rabbit does not breed within the next couple of days, she is going to be supper. I'm going to get me another one. She just will not take. I'm almost certain she's old enough, but she just won't take. So I don't need her if she won't breed. Rabbit is very low in fat. So is squirrel. Squirrel season's open right now, but I don't like to do it until we get the first frost. And really, that's when it starts getting a lot colder. That's when they'll start moving around a lot more, trying to scamper to get that last bit of food for the winter. So, sure, she is in breeding age. Yes, I'm sure she is. The one I'm trying to breed is. The other one is not. I haven't even tried to breed her, but the one that I'm trying to breed is of breeding age. She really was of breeding age when I bought her, or got her. I didn't buy her. Somebody gave it to me when I got her. But I waited. Well, we tried to breed her at the rabbitry, and it didn't take. So I waited. I've waited another month, and she still won't take. But anyway, when the first frost hits, I'll go out and get me some squirrel. That's really good lean meat, as long as you cook it correctly. Usually I fry it because I fry everything. But I'll probably either bake it, throw it out on the grill, or slow cook it in the slow cooker. I'll probably end up frying it too, because I got to have at least one fried squirrel a season. But remember, your body needs fat to be able to function properly. I agree. I'm still trying. Like I said, I'm experimenting with this. So I'll find the right mix of what I need. How are you going to cook your squirrel, Big Bear? Like I said, slow cooker. I got a recipe for you. Okay, email it to me. Wayne'sHomestead@yahoo.com. Some people even said, I've never had barbecued squirrel, where you put it out on the grill and then pour barbecue sauce on it, but I'd like to try it. Smothered squirrel is better than fried. I don't know. It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat fried squirrel. I'm surprised squirrel is lean, especially this time of year. You would be surprised. You would be surprised how lean squirrel meat actually is. The one I got last year, and last year I got one squirrel the whole stinking season. It was November, December when I got it, and it was all furred up. It had its winter coat on, but once I got it skinned, it was lean, really lean. I fried that one too. Do you think a 20 gauge shotgun is too big for squirrel? I do personally. I think it is. I would either use a 22 or a 410 with buckshot. A 20 gauge, I don't know. It just depends. I guess it depends on how far away you are. It depends on a lot of factors, how big the squirrel is. But to me, I think it would be too big. 12 gauge is definitely too big. You won't have a squirrel left. You'll have just a tail hanging from the tree. My personal favorite is a 22 long rifle, which I will be getting me one not this month, but next month. So that's going to be great. Whatever knocks them down. Yeah, but you want some meat left. You want some meat left after you're done shooting them with a 20 or a 12 gauge. I'm afraid you wouldn't have much meat left. Unless you're really, really good and can get a perfect headshot, which I am not. 22 to me is 22 is lighter. It's lighter, it's more accurate, and you don't have all the BBs inside the meat. Also, trapping is good because you don't have any shots at all. My shotgun is for two-legged varmints. My shotgun is for whatever I decide to use it for. I'll let you guys stand by for just a second. This is what I will be using for my deer hunting. I don't know how well you can see it. I'll have to get back here so I can see what you guys see. Let me get this pulled up here. Yeah, there it is. This is what I'll be using. It's Model 88 12 gauge from Maverick. I haven't used it this year. I have not even fired this once. But this is what I'll be using for deer hunting and turkey hunting. So that is my big game shotgun for big game meat like deer and turkey and stuff like that. When you start going down, in size, like squirrels, even wild rabbits, 22, 410, something like that. When I was younger, I hunted squirrel with a 410, and it does really good. But when I always found that you had to do a lot of digging. You had to dig a lot of the pellets out, a lot of the BBs out. And I just didn't like that. And then when you missed one and you bit into it and about broke your teeth. So 22 to me for the smaller game, squirrel and rabbit and stuff, that's what I like. I have only hunted squirrel with a 22. Oh, I'll also be, now you can't get much smaller than this, but I will also be hunting doves this coming week with this shotgun. And one of the main reasons there is when you're doing with bird shot and you're hunting doves, which I haven't done. But from what I can gather, when you're hunting doves and you spray that bird shot out, you'll be lucky if you get 2 or 3 shots into it to kill it. So we'll see. And hopefully I can take the video along with me, but I'm not going to be able to hold the camera and shoot a shotgun because gun safety, that's not a good idea. Simply Circus was timed out by Big Bear Homestead. He is a mastermind with that timeout stuff. Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. What did you eat today? I ate 3 scrambled eggs and plain toast for breakfast. I ate a small bowl of chili and 1 peanut butter sandwich. And I am still below my recommended calories from my doctor. I'm actually way, way, way below it. And I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to have to probably get closer to it. Or at least, I don't even think I've reached 1,000 calories this today. But I've been drinking so much water. I haven't even felt hungry. No greens is a problem. I agree. I'm going to be doing more greens, more salads. Fresh spinach is okay. Canned spinach is the most god-awful stuff I've ever tasted in my entire life. I will not eat canned spinach. It tastes horrible. But fresh spinach is okay. Kale, stuff like that. Lettuce, obviously. But I am going to be eating more greens. I don't have, I started this yesterday. I don't have the funds to go out and buy a bunch of healthy food because I've already spent money on my groceries this month. So as I get the money coming in every week, I'll buy more and more healthy stuff. And 2, being here by myself during the week, I don't eat a whole lot of, I don't want to get a whole lot of stuff in it to go bad during the week. Jane0, I am live right now. You want to be on speaker? Yeah. You're not even watching me. It hurt. I'm live. I'm live on my show. Yeah. I'm going to put you on speaker. Jane0 could not resist to be on my live show.
Yeah, because I totally knew. What time is it? Is it Sunday already?
It's 5:45 on a Sunday.
I didn't know you was doing your live thing, man. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine.
We're going to be fishing the boat ramp in the morning.
Okay.
So you're more than welcome to come out. You're on your show, dude, really?
Yeah, I promise I'm on my show. So you go over there. You go over there, say hello, give me a thumbs up. I'll call you back after I'm done. Okay. All right. Bye. He has no idea what day it is or what time it is. It's funny. And he won't believe me until he actually logs onto YouTube and sees that I'm live. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Yeah, Wayne, you could plant kale and spinach right now for fall. I actually thought about that. I'm glad you brought that up because I actually did think about that. Because where my garden's at right now, it is done for, obviously. And I thought about doing that. I still might do it. I'll give it a couple days and think about it and see what I'm going to do. About how you are going to lose. You talking about yourself, Jason? You're not making any sense. Jane Hall could be my long lost cousin. It's funny. So we've got about, I can't even read that, almost 15 minutes left. Ask me some questions because I'm pretty much spent. So you like cabbage? Not particularly. Not a big cabbage fan. I know country guy saying he doesn't like cabbage, but I'm not a big country fan. No greens equals scurvy. Ooh, that don't sound good. What do you eat for snacks? Right now I don't eat anything. They told me I could eat freshly popped popcorn, like fresh popcorn that you pop yourself on the stove. Yeah, here it is. That's low in calories. It says for 3 tablespoons unpopped is 130 calories, but a serving per package, let's see, but popped, it is 50 calories for 2 cups. So I like popcorn. You have to use oil to pop it, obviously. Other snacks I'm going to get is I love like walnuts and almonds and stuff like that. Baby carrots. I love carrots and celery. Raw. I don't like them cooked all that well, but raw. But the reason I think they said to pop it yourself, which I do anyway, I would rather have it this way than in a microwave. But to pop it yourself is because there's chemicals or something inside those bags that is not good, not necessarily good for you. Stay away from the butter. That is for both of you. Yeah, I never really liked butter on my popcorn. I'm weird. Believe it or not, this is going to sound weird. Get some oregano, not crushed oregano, some of the oregano leaves, chop them up, and put them over top of your popcorn. That is really good. I think I learned that on TV somewhere. So popcorn I like for snack, which is, as long as I stay below my calories. Baby carrots, celery. I don't know if this is true, but I had heard that you can eat celery all day long, every day, and still die of malnutrition. Like there's not enough calories in celery to keep you alive, that your body would actually burn more calories to digest it than it would be putting into your body, and you could die off of it. So you have to actually mix it in with other stuff. But I love celery, raw celery, especially with ranch dressing dip, but I can do without that if I have to. Same with baby carrots. Well, not just baby carrots. I like big carrots as well. Yeah, I like iceberg lettuce. I love salads. You know, I put carrots in my salad. Carrots. I also like cheese. Got to be careful with that, but as long as I count the calories. Hey, Wayne, tell them about all the doves you've been shooting. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I told them that this week I showed them the shotgun. I'm ready. I told them that this week you and I are going to go dove hunting. I still have to get the shells and get my hunting license, but I can get that online really easy. And so I told them we're going to go dove hunting. I don't know if I'm going to get anything, but we're going to try it. Broccoli. I'm not a big fan of broccoli. I never have been, but I love cauliflower, raw cauliflower. Non-fat Greek yogurt. Oh, God. No yogurt. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's the same thing with Chinese food. I just can't do it. I cannot eat it. I hope you shoot better than you talk smack. Yeah. Yeah, when you hang your head down next Saturday and have to surrender defeat, you know what? I might be a bigger man, and figuratively speaking, because you'll be the bigger man literally, and take it easy on you this first week. Then again, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I love all greens except kale and poke. I've never had poke that I can remember. If I have, I don't remember it. Kale is okay as long as it's mixed with other stuff. I mean, mix it with lettuce, spinach, kale, stuff like that. If I went to eat it straight, I probably wouldn't like it. Rooting for you, Wayne. Thank you, Tina. I need all the help I can get, trust me. You are so big, if jumped in the air, you would get stuck. Probably. But you're so big, you can play pool with the planets. So, Mud Pie Girl, thank you. Good luck, Wayne. Thank you. Wayne, where is the trash talk going to happen? Well, we've been floating it back and forth here this week, but the real trash talk will be whoever loses the most weight come Saturday, come Sunday on the live streams, Saturday and Sunday. So that's when the biggest. And the other guy can't say anything. I mean, there's not going to be any kind of. I'm so big, the back of my neck looks like a pack of hot dogs. Jane. So that's when the real trash talk's going to happen. And I can just imagine, you know. I mean, I really don't have to worry about it because I'm going to be the one doing the trash talking. I guess I should come up now with the stuff I'm going to say. That way I can just look at his face and he just has to sit there and take it. I mean, that's going to be great. You're cute. I bet you take after your mom. People have told me that, yes. .554, so we've got about 6 minutes left. You're going to have to forgive me because I can't remember who comes on. I believe it's Alderman Farms after me because this is my new time slot. Don't forget to go check out the homesteadnetwork.com. Go over to the show times. Give everybody good support on these live streams because they're time consuming for one. They are fun, don't get me wrong, but a lot of thought will go into them, and it's good to have a lot of support. So homesteadnetwork.com, put your email address in so you can get regular updates on show changes. And I think that's pretty much it. Go visit the show times, look at all the schedule changes. There has been things change, so check that out. Yeah, Alderman Farms is next. Our show starts Wednesday. What time Wednesday, Simply? What time does your show start? You're the man, Wayne. Lose that weight. I plan to. Jane, I'll give me your address. I want to send you a Team Jason t-shirt. Sorry, Jason. Jane All's my brother. He has to be on my team. And if I don't do it, he'll whoop the snot out of me. So there's a good motivation for you, too. Wishing you and Jason luck. Yeah, I hope we both, win. Whoever wins or whoever loses, I hope we both end up losing weight and getting healthy. That way we're here for years to come. Did I miss 9 Eastern Standard Time? Okay. Simply Circus, Wednesdays, 9 Eastern Standard Time. We both win no matter what. That's correct, Jason. We both win no matter what. I'm just going to lose weight laughing so hard. It will feel good. It will feel good to get this gut out of my way. Because I'm tired of taking a shower and getting out and my feet still being dry. So it'd be nice to be able to look down and actually see my feet once in a while. I miss them. Little tootsies. Loser needs to stuff a whole apple in their mouth. Apples? What are you talking about? Apples? Boys, I do say I think it's a win-win for many. I can bet there will be more than just you two doing this challenge. I hope so. I hope there's a whole slew of people that join in. Hope we can get the ball rolling. We've got 2 minutes left. Anybody got any final questions? Remember, I'm on a delay, so any final questions before I call it a night? Or bend over and a half a cup of water falls out of your belly button. Yeah, well, I don't really have a whole lot of room for water in my belly button because I use it to store stuff. Anytime I lose anything, I check there in case that, I put it there and forgot. We can start a movement like those sparkly vampires. Yeah, you know what? Those sparkly vampires are discriminatory because you never see a fat vampire. I mean, there's a lot of protein in blood. You would think that there would be at least one fat vampire. All right, guys, so it's 5:59. We're going to move this over to Alderman Farms. Somebody can post the link again so that people can jump right over. I want to thank you for joining me. Visit thehomesteadnetwork.com. I will be back next week, same Wayne time, same Wayne channel. Sundays, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Next week, I'll be able to have more fun because I'll be able to give Jason a hard time because he'll still be a fat guy and I'll be on my way to being skinny. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for viewing, or thank you to all the viewers, all the subscribers, and I'll talk to you next time.